Hey everyone, welcome back to English with Jesse and Jane.
Hello, everyone. We're so happy you're here with us today.
Seriously, whether you're listening from your room, your car, or maybe while walking outside, you chose the perfect place to improve your English.
Yes, this channel is specially designed for listening and shadowing practice. So don't just listen passively, repeat after us, copy our tone, our rhythm, even our emotions.
Exactly, speak with us. Pause if you need to, rewind if you need to. No pressure, just enjoy the process.
And don't worry if you make mistakes. That's actually the best way to learn.
All right, let's begin. Topic 1, Morning Routines.
So, Jesse, let me ask you something. Are you a morning person?
That's a dangerous question. Honestly, not really. I want to be a morning person, but my bed doesn't agree with me.
Same here. Every night I say, tomorrow I'll wake up early, go for a walk, maybe read a book. And then morning comes and I'm like, 5 more minutes.
Exactly, and those 5 minutes somehow turn into 30 minutes.
Or even an hour.
But you know what? When I do wake up early, I actually feel amazing. The day feels longer, calmer, more productive.
Yes, there's something special about early mornings. The world is quiet, the air feels fresh. It's like you have time just for yourself.
So true. And I've noticed that people who have a strong morning routine usually stay more organized throughout the day.
Let's talk about that. What does a good morning routine look like?
I think it depends on the person, but generally, waking up at a consistent time is important.
Yes, consistency is key.
Then maybe doing something healthy, like stretching, exercising, or even just drinking water.
Oh, yes, drinking water first thing in the morning is so underrated.
And maybe avoiding your phone immediately.
That's the hardest one. The first thing many people do is check messages or social media.
Yeah, and suddenly your brain is full of noise before your day even begins.
Exactly. Instead, starting your day slowly and intentionally can really change your mood.
Speaking of phones, let's talk about social media.
Oh, wow, that's a big topic.
Yeah, I feel like social media is both amazing and dangerous at the same time.
I agree. It helps us stay connected, learn new things, and even practice English.
But it can also waste a lot of time.
A lot of time.
Have you ever opened your phone just to check one thing and then suddenly it's been 30 minutes?
Only 30? Sometimes it's worse.
Right? It's like you fall into a loop, scrolling, watching, scrolling again.
And the scary part is you don't even realize it.
Exactly. That's why managing your screen time is so important.
So what can people do to stay focused?
One simple thing is setting limits, like deciding how much time you'll spend on social media.
Or even having no phone hours during the day.
Yes, for example, no phone during meals or before sleep.
That's a good one. Using your phone right before sleeping can actually affect your sleep quality.
And poor sleep leads to low energy, and then the next day becomes less productive.
It's all connected.
All right, let's bring it back to English learning.
Yes, that's why everyone is here.
So, Jane, what do you think is the biggest mistake people make when learning English?
I think one big mistake is focusing too much on grammar and not enough on speaking and listening.
I agree. Grammar's important, but language is about communication.
Exactly. You don't need perfect grammar to express your ideas.
Another mistake is being afraid of making mistakes.
Yes, fear stops progress.
If you wait until you're perfect, you'll never start speaking.
And honestly, mistakes are a sign that you're learning.
That's why shadowing is so powerful.
Yes, let's explain that clearly.
Shadowing means listening and repeating at the same time, like an echo.
You copy pronunciation, rhythm, and even emotion.
It trains your brain and your mouth together.
So instead of just understanding English, you start using it naturally.
And the best part? You don't need a partner.
Exactly. You can practice anytime, anywhere.
Let's talk about habits.
I love this topic.
People often think big changes require big actions.
But actually, small habits can make a huge difference over time.
For example, reading just 10 minutes a day.
That might not seem like much.
But over a year, that's a lot of learning.
Same with English practice. Even 15 minutes daily is powerful.
Consistency beats intensity.
That's a great line.
Thanks, but it's true. Doing a little every day is better than doing a lot once a week.
Another small habit is writing.
Yes, writing helps organize your thoughts.
Even simple sentences, like what you did today, can improve your English.
And over time, you'll notice your vocabulary growing.
Let's talk about something important. Confidence.
Ah, yes, this affects everything.
Many learners actually know more English than they think.
But they don't feel confident enough to speak.
Why do you think that happens?
Maybe because they compare themselves to others.
That's true. Comparison can be discouraging.
Or they're afraid of being judged.
Yes, but honestly, most people are not judging you.
They're too busy thinking about themselves.
Exactly.
Confidence comes from practice, not perfection.
So the more you speak, the more confident you become.
Even if you make mistakes.
Especially if you make mistakes.
That's how growth happens.
All right, everyone, keep shadowing with us.
Repeat after us, stay relaxed, and enjoy the process.
Now, let's move into another interesting topic.
Let's talk about how traveling can change the way you see the world.
Oh, I love this topic already. Traveling really changes you in ways you don't even expect.
Yeah, it's not just about visiting new places or taking pictures. It's more about how your thinking slowly starts to shift without you even realizing it.
Exactly, because when you travel, you suddenly see that people live completely different lives with different habits, different food, different ways of speaking, and yet somehow everything still works for them.
That's such a powerful realization because it makes you understand that your way is not the only way, and that opens your mind in a really deep way.
And I think it also makes you more patient and more understanding, especially when you meet people who don't speak your language very well.
Oh yes, that's a big one. When you are the one struggling to communicate, you suddenly appreciate how difficult it is and you become kinder to others who are learning your language.
Yes, you become much more humble.
And actually, traveling is also one of the best ways to improve your English, especially if you go somewhere where English is commonly used.
Because then you're forced to speak, right? There's no escape.
Exactly. You can't just stay silent forever. At some point, you need to ask for directions, order food, or have a simple conversation.
And those small conversations, they may seem simple, but they build confidence step by step.
Right, and that's something many learners don't realize. You don't need long, perfect conversations to improve. Even short interactions are extremely valuable.
Like asking, "Where is the bus station?" or "How much is this?" Those are real-life English moments.
And the more you experience those moments, the more natural the language becomes for you.
You know, this connects to something else, stepping out of your comfort zone.
Oh yes, that's where real growth happens.
Because staying comfortable feels safe, but it also keeps you in the same place.
Exactly. Nothing changes if nothing changes.
That's another good line.
But it's true. Whether it's traveling, speaking English, or trying something new, you have to feel a little uncomfortable at first.
And that uncomfortable feeling, it's not a bad thing. It's actually a sign that you are growing.
Yes, it means your brain is adapting, learning, and building new connections.
I remember the first time I tried speaking in a completely new environment. My voice was shaking, I was searching for words, and I felt so slow.
But you still did it.
Yes, and that's what matters. Not perfection, but action.
And over time, that fear becomes smaller and smaller.
Until one day you realize, wow, I'm actually comfortable now.
That's such a rewarding moment.
It really is. And I think people underestimate how powerful small moments like that are.
Yeah, progress is often invisible in the beginning. You don't notice it daily.
But if you look back after a few months, you can see a huge difference.
That's why it's important to be patient with yourself.
Learning anything, especially a language, takes time.
And not just time, but consistent effort.
Exactly. Going back to habits again, small daily practice creates big results.
You know what's interesting? Many people wait for motivation to start.
Oh, yes. I'll start when I feel motivated.
But motivation is unreliable.
Very unreliable.
Some days you feel excited, full of energy, and other days you don't feel like doing anything at all.
That's why discipline is more important than motivation.
Yes, discipline means you do it even when you don't feel like it.
Even if it's just a little, even if it's just 5 or 10 minutes,
Because those small efforts still count.
and they keep the habit alive.
Another thing that really helps is enjoying the process.
Yes, learning should not feel like punishment.
If you only study boring materials, you will lose interest quickly.
That's why listening to conversations like this can be more engaging and natural.
Because it feels like a real conversation, not a textbook.
And you learn expressions, emotions, and natural rhythm.
Speaking of expressions, let's share something useful.
Yes. For example, when something surprises you, you can say, "No way!"
Or, you're kidding!
Or even just, "Really?"
And the way you say it changes the meaning.
Exactly. Tone is very important in English.
You can say really with excitement or with doubt.
You can say, "Really?"
That was perfect.
See, this is why shadowing helps. You learn not just words, but how to feel the language.
And that makes your English sound more natural and alive.
Another expression I like is to be honest.
Oh yeah, that's very common.
You can say, "To be honest, I was a bit nervous."
Or, to be honest, I didn't understand at first.
It makes your speech sound more personal and real.
Exactly, and these small phrases make a big difference.
You know, sometimes learners think they need very advanced vocabulary.
But actually, simple words used naturally are much more powerful.
Yes, clarity is more important than complexity,
And confidence comes from using what you already know.
not from waiting until you know everything.
Because honestly, no one knows everything.
That's true.
Even native speakers keep learning new words and expressions.
Language is always evolving.
So instead of chasing perfection, focus on communication
Focus on expressing your ideas clearly.
and connecting with people.
Because at the end of the day, language is about connection.
It's about sharing thoughts, feelings, and experiences.
And that's something really beautiful.
It really is.
All right, let's keep going. Stay with us. Keep repeating. Keep practicing.
And now, let's continue by talking about something we all deal with, managing time and staying productive in a world full of distractions.
This is something everyone struggles with, whether you're a student, working, or even just trying to manage your daily life better.
Yeah, time management sounds simple in theory, but in reality, it's much harder than people think, especially with so many distractions around us all the time.
Exactly, because it's not just about having time. It's about how you use that time and where your attention goes during the day.
And attention is the real challenge now because we live in a world where everything is competing for it. Notifications, messages, videos, news, it never stops.
Sometimes it feels, this is something everyone struggles with, whether you're a student, working, or even just trying to manage your daily life better.
Yeah, time management sounds simple in theory, but in reality, it's much harder than people think, especially with so many distractions around us all the time.
Exactly, because it's not just about having time. It's about how you use that time and where your attention goes during the day.
And attention is the real challenge now because we live in a world where everything is competing for it. Notifications, messages, videos, news, it never stops.
Sometimes it feels like your day just disappears, and at the end you think, what did I actually do today?
Yes, that feeling is very real.
So how can someone take control of their time in a practical way?
I think the first step is awareness, just noticing where your time is going.
That's true, because many people don't realize how much time they spend on small things that add up.
Like checking your phone again and again, even for just a few minutes each time.
And those minutes turn into hours without you noticing.
Another helpful idea is planning your day, even in a simple way.
Yes, it doesn't have to be complicated. Just writing down a few important tasks can make a big difference.
Because when you have a plan, you don't waste energy deciding what to do next.
And that saves mental energy, which is very important.
Exactly, because decision-making itself can be tiring.
Something else I find useful is focusing on one task at a time.
Ah, yes, avoiding multitasking.
Because multitasking sounds productive, but it actually reduces the quality of your work.
And it slows you down, even if it feels fast.
When you give full attention to one task, you finish it better and faster.
And that creates a sense of achievement, which motivates you to keep going.
Motivation again. It's interesting how everything connects.
Yeah, and speaking of motivation, sometimes the problem is not time, it's energy.
That's such an important point.
Because if you are tired, distracted, or stressed, even a simple task can feel difficult.
So managing your energy, sleep, rest, breaks, is just as important as managing your time.
Taking short breaks during work can actually improve your focus.
Yes, instead of forcing yourself to work nonstop, which often leads to burnout.
And burnout is something many people experience without realizing it.
They feel tired, unmotivated, and disconnected, but they don't understand why.
That's why balance is so important.
Balance between work and rest, effort and relaxation.
And even balance in learning English.
Yes, don't overload yourself.
Instead of studying for hours once in a while, practice a little every day.
Make it part of your daily routine, like brushing your teeth.
That's a funny but accurate example.
Because brushing your teeth is not something you debate every day, you just do it.
Exactly. And when English practice becomes that natural, progress becomes automatic.
Another important thing is celebrating small wins.
Yes, we often ignore our progress because we focus too much on what we haven't achieved yet.
But noticing small improvements keeps you encouraged.
Like understanding a sentence you couldn't understand before.
Or speaking a little more confidently than last week.
Those moments matter.
They really do.
You know, this also connects to mindset.
Yes, the way you think about your learning journey.
If you think, I'm not good at English, your brain starts to believe it.
But if you say, I'm improving every day, it creates a positive direction.
Your thoughts influence your actions.
And your actions shape your results.
So having a growth mindset is very powerful.
It allows you to see challenges as opportunities.
And mistakes is part of the process.
Not as failures.
Exactly.
All right, take a moment, breathe, relax, and keep repeating with us.
You're doing great just by being here and practicing.
Step by step, day by day, you are improving.
Even if it doesn't feel like it sometimes.
Trust the process.
And enjoy the journey.
Because learning a language is not just about the destination.
It's about who you become along the way.
All right, everyone.
That's it for today's shadowing session.
We hope you enjoyed practicing with us and found this helpful.
If you did, don't forget to support the channel.
Yes, make sure to like the video, subscribe to English with Jessie and Jane,
And share it with anyone who wants to improve their English.
keep listening, keep shadowing, and keep growing.
We'll see you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone.
Take care.